Now we are going to discuss about the important points related to genetics, that is principles of inheritance and variation. Principles of inheritance and variation. Okay. So here what we have to study. First thing, you should focus on genetic terminology, because in genetics you encounter several terms which are different terms. So you should memorize all these terms. For example, genotype, phenotype, gene locus, homozygous, heterozygous, homologous chromosomes, gene locus, crisscross inheritance. Like that, there are different terms are there, starting with who coined the term genetics? Bateson in 1905. What is the first name of gene? Factor. Who coined the term factor? Mendel. The name factor was replaced by gene by whom? Johansson in 1909. The term gene was coined by Johansson. Genes are the units of heredity. Genes are the units of heredity. So that terminology you should use. Second one is characters selected by Mendel. This is one area you should focus on, that because every year one question appear from this table. How many characters were selected by Mendel? 7. What are those 7? Stem height, flower color, flower position, pod shape, pod color, seed shape. Suppose a question asked, how many flower based, pod based and seed based characters were selected by Mendel? They are in the ratio of 1:1:1. 2 flower based, 2 pod based and 2 seed based. How many characters were selected by Mendel? 7 characters. For each character, how many traits? 2 traits. Therefore, he selected 7 pairs of contrasting traits. In what is the period of conduction of experiments by Mendel? 1856 to 63. That is also very important. 1856 to 63. In which year he submitted his results? 1865. How many years the Mendel work is not appreciated? More than 35 years of his submission, that is in 1900. In 1900, how many scientists found Mendel's paper? 3 scientists. Who are they? Try to recollect the names. Hugo de Vries, Karl Kerens, Erich von Schermach. These 3 scientists. These 3 are called as rediscoverers of Mendel's laws. Who are the rediscoverers of Mendel's laws? Hugo de Vries, Karl Kerens, Erich von Schermach. So this area is also very important. Then next one, monohybrid cross. What is monohybrid cross? What is the monohybrid phenotypic ratio? That is 3:1. What is the monohybrid cross genotypic ratio? 1:2:1. These ratios. After that, monohybrid test cross, monohybrid back cross. What is test cross? Why test cross is conducted? The purpose of the test cross is to determine the genotype of a known phenotype. You know the phenotype, but you don't know the genotype. By looking externally, we can't say the genotype. To determine the genotype, test cross is conducted. Okay. Similarly, test cross phenotypic ratio 1:1. Test cross genotypic ratio 1:1. Similarly, back cross means cross of F1 with either of the parents is called back cross. Already F1 is crossed with recessive parent, that is test cross is over. Now F1 is crossed with dominant parent, then it is called out cross. Therefore, test cross plus out cross is equal to back cross. In back cross, phenotypically 100% one type, 100% one type are obtained. Genotypically 1:1 ratio. Genotypic ratio of back cross 1:1. Phenotypic ratio of test cross 1:1. Genotypic ratio of test cross 1:1. Monohybrid phenotypic ratio 3:1. Monohybrid genotypic ratio 1:2:1. This is inheritance of one gene or monohybrid cross. This is very important. Then deviations of this Mendel's concept, deviations. One is incomplete dominance. Incomplete dominance. Second one, codominance. Codominance. According to Mendel, in case of dominance, F1 should resemble one of the parent. But in these two cases, F1 does not resemble one of the parents. What is incomplete dominance? It is also called partial dominance, of course. F1 do not resemble either of the parents. F1 do not resembling either of the parent, then it is called incomplete dominance. Who discovered incomplete dominance first? Carens. Carl Carens discovered incomplete dominance in Mirabilis jalapa first. Later in some other plants like Antirrhinum. Antirrhinum mazes, commonly called snapdragon or dog flower. Mirabilis is commonly called 4 o'clock plant. So incomplete dominance is shown by these two plants. Incomplete dominance phenotypic ratio 1:2:1. Incomplete dominant genotypic ratio 1:2:1. Okay, right. This is about incomplete dominance. And then codominance. Codominance means F1 resembling both the parents. F1 resembling both the parents, then it is called as incomplete codominance. The best example for codominance is ABO blood grouping. ABO blood grouping in humans is best example for codominance. ABO blood grouping is controlled by which gene? What is the name of that gene? I gene. Recently, it was discovered that I gene is present on chromosome number 9. And this gene is having 3 alleles, IA, IB, IO, or I. I gene is having 3 alleles. Generally, one gene is having 2 alleles. But some genes are having more than 2 alleles. Such alleles are called multiple alleles, and the phenomena is called multiple allelism. The phenomena is called multiple allelism, and the alleles are called multiple alleles. Therefore, ABO blood grouping, listen carefully, 2 times appear this question in the previous NEET. ABO blood grouping in humans is an example for dominance, codominance, and multiple alleles. ABO blood group is an example for dominance, codominance, and also multiple alleles. So you should focus on that. Based on monohybrid cross, Mendel proposed 2 laws. Based on monohybrid cross, Mendel proposed 2 laws. One is law of dominance, second one is law of segregation. Law of dominance is not universal. Law of segregation is universal in all sexually reproducing organisms. In all sexually reproducing organisms. So this area you try to focus. Then next one is pleiotropy. Pleiotropy. What is pleiotropy? Generally, one gene control one phenotype, but sometimes one gene control more than one phenotype. Means, see, gene 1, gene 2, gene 1, only one gene control one phenotype, phenotype 1, phenotype 2, phenotype 3. One gene control several phenotypes. That means the gene which is related to multiple phenotypic effect. Multiple phenotypic effect. Then it is called pleiotropy, and such genes are called pleiotropic genes. The best example in plants is starch synthesis in pea seeds. Example for pleiotropy, starch synthesis in pea seeds. So this is one area you try to focus. Then next one is polygenic inheritance. Polygenic inheritance. Generally, one gene control one character, but in case of pleiotropy, one gene is related to more than one phenotype. But in polygenic inheritance, one character is controlled by several genes. If one character is controlled by several genes, such genes are called polygenes, and the mode of inheritance is called polygenic inheritance. As in polygenic inheritance, we discuss about only the metric measurements such as weight, size, strength, etc. This is also called quantitative inheritance. Okay, polygenic inheritance is also called quantitative inheritance. Here, one character is controlled by several genes. See here, 3 genes, for example, control same character. So it is opposite to this one. This is called polygenic inheritance. For polygenic inheritance, at least you should remember 3 examples. One is kernel color in wheat. Second one is human height. Human height, these are quantitative traits. Human height. And third one is human skin color. Human skin color. For example, take human skin color that is controlled by 3 pairs of genes. 3 pairs of genes. As a result, in the F2, 8 phenotypes are obtained. In the F2, how many phenotypes are obtained? 8 phenotypes are obtained. The 8 phenotypes are obtained in the ratio of F2 phenotypic ratio of polygenic inheritance. F2 phenotypic ratio of polygenic inheritance 1:6:15:20:15:6:1. 8 phenotypes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 7 phenotypes appear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 phenotypes are appeared in the ratio of this one. Sometimes directly the ratio is given, and sometimes in the ratio, for example, X here is given. What does the X determine in the above ratio? Ask like that. You should remember the F2 phenotypic ratio of polygenic inheritance in case one character is controlled by 3 pairs of genes. This is one area, you try to focus on that. Then next one is law based next one and very important one is dihybrid cross. Dihybrid cross. What is dihybrid cross? Cross between two plants differing in 2 characters or 2 pairs of contrasting traits is known as dihybrid cross. So you should remember the Punnett square. Punnett square was first designed by a British genetist, Reginald C. Punnett, a British genetist. It is popularly known as checkerboard. So for dihybrid cross, you have to draw a 16 box containing Punnett square. Okay, from that you have to derive several points. What is dihybrid cross phenotypic ratio? 3:1. 9:3:3:1. Genotypic ratio of dihybrid cross 1:2, 2:2, 2:2, 4:1, 1:2, 2:2, 1:2, 2:1. Dihybrid cross phenotypic ratio 9:3:3:1. Dihybrid cross genotypic ratio 1:2, 2:2, 2:2, 4:1, 1:2, 1:2, 2:1. This is another important. And similarly, dihybrid test cross. Dihybrid test cross. What is meant by dihybrid test cross? What is its phenotypic ratio? 1:1:1:1. Genotypic ratio also same. That is 1:1:1:1. Similarly, back cross. Back cross phenotypes 100% one type. 100% one type. But genotypic back cross ratio is 1:1:1:1. So you try to remember those. And how many recombinants are produced? 2 types and 6. Parental types 2 types and 10. So while reading that one, you try to analyze the different aspects of that one. And then based on dihybrid cross, what law has been proposed? Law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment was proposed by Mendel based on dihybrid cross. This law is not applicable to monohybrid cross. This law is applicable to all other crosses, that is dihybrid, trihybrid, tetrahybrid, etc. This law is also not universal. This law is also not universal. Okay, and this point. And finally here, A brief account of trihybrid cross. Trihybrid cross. In trihybrid cross, how many phenotypes are produced? The number of types of phenotypes are 8 phenotypes. In case of the genotypes are 27. Number of types of phenotypes formed in trihybrid cross 8. Genotypes 27. The phenotypic ratio of trihybrid cross 27:9:9:9:3:3:3:1. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 types of phenotypes. But there is no genotypic ratio, but it's very difficult to remember. No question asked on genotypic ratio. So what is trihybrid cross, and try to remember this ratio and number of phenotypes and number of genotypes. And after that, you have to discuss something about chromosomal theory of inheritance. Chromosome theory of inheritance. Who proposed chromosomal theory? Sutton and Boveri. Sutton and Boveri proposed chromosomal theory of inheritance independently. They argued that the behavior of the chromosomes was parallel to the behavior of the genes. What they said, Sutton and Boveri proposed chromosomal theory of inheritance, and according to Sutton and Boveri, the behavior of chromosomes was parallel to the behavior of the genes. So that point, in which phase of meiosis chromosomes are segregated, anaphase 1, that is very important point. And then after completion of this, you go for linkage and recombination. Linkage and recombination. What is meant by linkage? Who discovered linkage? Who conducted experiments for linkage on Drosophila? All these points you should focus. The term linkage was coined by T.H. Morgan, the father of experimental genetics. Who is the father of genetics? Mendel. Father of experimental genetics? T.H. Morgan. The term linkage was coined by T.H. Morgan. Linkage was discovered by T.H. Morgan. But linkage was first identified by Bateson and Punnett. Linkage was first identified by Bateson and Punnett. What is meant by linkage? Presence of 2 or more genes on the same chromosome together is called. All the genes on one chromosome are said to be linked. Okay, that point. And what is recombination? Recombination is a new combination that is caused due to crossing over. In which phase of meiosis crossing over occur? Pachytene stage of meiosis. See that linkage and recombination are inversely proportional. If there is more linkage, less recombination. Less linkage, more recombination. Therefore, linkage and recombination is inversely proportional. Okay, and the distance between the genes is used for gene mapping as recombination frequency. Recombination frequency is nothing but the distance between the genes. For the first time, who discovered that? The student of Morgan. Okay, so try to recollect those points, those scientists. And then Morgan experiment. T.H. Morgan conducted experiments on Drosophila melanogaster, commonly called fruit fly, because they grow on fruits such as banana. That is why it's called banana fly, like that fruit fly, Drosophila melanogaster. So while reading that table containing two crosses is very, very important. In the first cross conducted between yellow body, white eye with wild type. Yellow body, white eye, Drosophila, crossed with brown body, red eyes, that is wild type. In the F1, what is produced? Crisscross. And finally in the F2, what is the parental combination in the first experiment? Parental combinations are 98.3%. Recombinations are how much? 1.3%. Why only 1.3% recombinations? Because the genes for yellow body and white eye are closely placed. In the second experiment, in the experiment 2, the parental combinations and recombinations produced similar to that of Mendel's dihybrid cross. That is here 37.2 and here 38 approximately 37.2 recombinations, and the remaining here 66.3 is the parental combinations. So this is one experiment, this is another experiment. If you consider both, in this cross, as the genes are closely placed, the recombinations are less. Here the genes are distantly placed, the recombinations are more. Therefore, when genes are closely placed, there are no less recombinations. Distantly placed, more recombination. This area. And lastly, you never forget, concept of mutations are also mutations. What are mutations? Who discovered mutations? In which plant mutations are discovered? What are what do you call point mutation or gene mutation? Best example for point mutation, all these. And while reading linkage, you don't forget about linkage groups. How many linkage groups are present in pea plant? Equal to its haploid number. That is 14 chromosomes are there, 7 is the linkage groups. How many linkage groups are present in Drosophila male? 5. Because male is having a Y chromosome extra, therefore the genes are different, and that is why you have taken as 5. In female Drosophila 4, male Drosophila 5. In case of plants, that is equal to its number. Okay, and in addition to that, you have to, if you want to remember, you try to focus on complementary genes, supplementary genes, recessive epistasis, dominant epistasis, collaborative genes, examples and their ratios. This is an additional content. Try to, if you want to go for additional, and these areas, these what do you call gene interactions. Okay, that is about today's class, and tomorrow we continue with the next one. Thank you, one and all.